Someone once said, art is drugs for your eyes. Okay, I just made that up. I'm Mike. Mike Pablo, if you really need to know my whole name. I sat down with local Knoxville starving artist Jacynda Minor to learn a little bit about this whole being an artist thing. I met Jacynda in some random guy's basement so I could check out her process to creating her unique works of art.
When I was in high school, my art teachers didn't think that I needed to be taught, I guess, which is silly, but they would basically just set me up in the corner of the room with like a canvas and paints and let me do whatever I wanted. So I never really learned how to do anything. I've kind of had to figure it out as I went. And in the process, because I've been painting for so long, I've forgotten how to draw, so I can't draw anymore. Like, really? I can't draw anything. Like, I suck at realism, and I used to be like really good at realism, and I completely suck at it now.
Jacynda's style might be described as realism by someone who took a couple hits of acid. Her art features explosions of color, rainbows, and unicorns. Lots of unicorns.
I want to make art that people like to look at. I feel like people get too serious about art. They're like, you know, like the Piss Christ or whatever. It's like a crucifix and, you know, a bucket of pee. And it's like, ooh, that's like making a statement. And it's like, people want to put pictures on their walls that make them happy.
Even though she likes her art to be happy, her process can sometimes be far from it.
I get in the point where I can't do anything but paint, and I kind of like sit here and I surround myself with all of my art supplies, and then I don't eat or move or talk to anybody for a very long time. And Matt has never really seen that before. Most people don't really see me when I paint, and I guess like it's kind of strange. So he kept coming down here and trying to give me like food and like get me to like leave the basement, and I wouldn't. But I did eat some Cheetos at some point.
So it turns out that random guy's basement was Jacynda's boyfriend's, Matt. He gives her art space in exchange for food, and he also serves as an honest critic for her art.
Like, I just go in there every once in a while to either tell her, give her my opinion, because like I said, I don't have much shame. So I'll tell her what I think's good, what I think's not good, and usually people don't give artists their opinion because they think, I don't know, they're the artists, so their process is special. And I'm being a photographer and a videographer and all that stuff. I'm used to getting constructive criticism, and I know it can be really powerful.
I tagged along with Jacynda and Matt for the most important process of being an artist, getting paid.
That's my work.
Yeah, I'm the workhorse. I do the heavy lifting, she cooks. That's the deal.
That's the deal.
Cool.
Thanks, dude. Alright, well, I'm gonna go spend it on art supplies.
Then Jacynda led us down some creepy alley that she will hopefully brighten up with her street art this summer.
Listen to a giant anglerfish and having the light be like his little light bulb at the end of his thing.
That is
awesome.
Yeah, or tongue.
Or his whole, like his body.
Like his
Part of
body,
his body,
yeah. They'd be bound.
After getting some cash for one of her pieces, we watched Jacynda on her quest to buy some supplies. And what better place for watching people than Walmart? Even though being an artist is no easy task, she says she hopes to help make the local art scene less exclusive and easier for anyone to be able to express their inner artist.
I'm trying to make it so that like people who just like doodle in their spare time, or people who like to do whatever, like play with watercolor or something, like they can actually feel legitimate in some way without having to be like, I feel like you have to be like a UT art student to get a show anymore, and if you're not, nobody even wants to pay attention. Like,
Jacynda arranges all of her paint by color, and said each tube has a story of its own. Like any artist, sometimes her creations don't always work, and she's got to blow them up and start over.
This is a sad thing that happens. It kind of makes me sad when I have to do this.
At the end of the day, Jacynda just wants to be an approachable artist to both creatives and ordinary people.
You don't have to have a degree in art to make art. Like, Da Vinci didn't have an art degree. I mean, I don't know what Impressionism is. I don't know what the Baroque period was. I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I don't know about art. I don't know anything about art, but I like to paint. People like it. People buy it. I mean, well, like, does that make me less of an artist because I can't, you know, like, name off, like, rattle off a bunch of fucking, like, old French dead dudes that are irrelevant now? Like, does that make me less of an artist? I don't know. I mean,
Definitely.